What's up YouTube? Welcome to One Shot Builds. After sharing the video about the HeroQuest game board, I figured it would be useful to show how quickly I created the walls. I was able to complete all the walls and pillars for the entire game board in approximately 4 hours. It is worth mentioning that a Hotwire cutting table makes the process go very fast. Since a Hotwire cutting table costs around $100, I decided to make my own out of wood, and I just slotted the handheld version I showed in the previous video in it. This cutting table did the job for me and it made this project go very fast. After all the pieces were cut, the next step was to create a brick pattern. I tried a few different ways until I found the most efficient and affordable way possible. Here I'm cutting the custom brick pattern using a Sharpie. The amount of time it was taking with this approach was insane. So instead, I decided to create a rig that would enable me to quickly do all the walls in a few hours instead of days. You can see the rig here, just a piece of wood, and I mounted wire on it with screws. The wire is really cheap at Home Depot and typically is used to undermount sinks inside kitchen renovations. I cut the wire with a pair of pliers to the desired length and then screwed them in the board. If I had to do this again, I would create some more variation in the spacing of the wires so that the bricks look more rectangular than square. The end result looked pretty good, and the brain does the rest in filling in the sort of implied brick walls. I also tried these 3D printed rollers, but they didn't make the pattern deep enough into the foam, so they disappeared after Mod Podging and putting primer. After completing the brick pattern on the face of the wall, I used the same jig to do the edge of the bricks. One suggestion would be to make the walls a little bit shorter than I did, so it's easier to move the characters around the board. What I did to get around this was I added extra 1x1 tiles everywhere on the board that had a wall. These extra tiles gave room for little artifacts like swords and shields, skulls, mushrooms, and moss on the edges of the bricks. That's it, and then it's just finishing touches. So you get back into the Mod Podge, the primer, and then finally your dry brushing and urethane. I hope you got some value out of this video, and thanks for tuning in again. Until next time.